Real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind. Can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my.
Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium with his franchise. Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Check 13. Middle. Protein spill.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Alert! 53's a must. 53, check 53. They're not ready for this, man. Hey, dude.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing sure, drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
General West. Check.
On second down now, it's Cannon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Monday. Pretty quiet. Hey, Delta. 53.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's second down.
180. Squeeze, double. 80. Check. Lucky. Pilot. 64. Weak. Quick dash. Come. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Yes.
On second down, this is Cannon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Get ready. Switch. Hey, check 24. That's 24.
This is Bawden. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Put that team on the block. Whip. Watch the whip. Now.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. 2nd and 2. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down. Marsh. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the set.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Five.
Operating from the gun. Marsh. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Hey, high 7. 2.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Marsh. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a touch. You know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Come on,
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Switch. Now. He's mine. Speed grip.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 3rd down. Marsh going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Cannon again on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 41, Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Haywood! 58, Mike, 58.
Back to throw. Marsh. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, echo.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I got one.
Get it.
From the gun, Marsh. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch the eye. He's checking. Crash.
80.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Showing up. Alert.
They'll run it right side with Cannon. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. Blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Number 53. Mike 53. Here we go, team.
Now Rosen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Lockett. He juked him. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Ready, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Sam off.
Give me something.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Hey, orbit.
To throw on 2nd down. Marsh. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Keep it up, defense, keep it
Five.
up.
Operating from the gun. Marsh. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
53, go. Deuce.
From the gun, a run with Cannon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Five.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Now it's Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, Delta, 61, matchbox lights. Shift, watch the shift. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS. Ready?
To throw again. Marsh. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17.
Mike, 58.
From the gun, Marsh. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. Hey, team 6. 53, check 53.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, 5-7.
Throwing again. Marsh. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, exit.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Marsh. Forced out to his left. Open man is Michael Thomas. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rosen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Rosen will throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Ready? 60 or.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marsh going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Check. Check hot right. X3. 218. Chopper. Go.
This time they stay on the ground. They had a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Watch the run. 58. Echo. 58. Come on. Let's go one more. 58. Right over there. Right over there.
On 3rd down, Marsh. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Alert. Here I come. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. Cannon. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Monday.
They'll run again with Cannon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run. This is Cannon. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 8 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Middle.
On first down, it's Rosen. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 13 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, Marsh. He'll rifle this one deep, trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 9.
On first down, it's Cannon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
Middle. Check. You draw quarter. Monday. Hey, orbit.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Foxtrot.
And now it's Rosen looking. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Three down.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Five.
2nd and 6. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
58, Mike. In your face.
From the gun, Marsh. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Let's go.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Marsh. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Stay with your man.
Kill. Shit.
Corner.
Watch out.
hug. Alert. Bravo.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Alert! Hey, quarter. Hey, seam 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike. You're not ready.
Now it's Rosen. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check 53. Don't get nervous.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, alert.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58,
right.
Looking to throw. Marsh flushed out right. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. To throw on 3rd down. Marsh. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It's a pickup of 6.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Go!
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
You ain't doing nothing. Be careful.
Off play action. Marsh. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
58 to Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Good track. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 to the Mike. You go night. Some go night.
Hey, Echo.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I'm coming.
From the gun on 3rd down. Marsh. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. On 4th down, Marsh. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Shoot. Joker. Monday. Watch twist.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. One more time, it's Cannon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Tighten up.
On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
And his kick is indeed good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. J.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Mike, 58, right there.
On fourth down, Marsh. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Lions, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Go.